through Revolution Fitness. Thank you so much for joining us today for This or That Thursday.
Today we are going to be talking about starchier foods that you probably have in your kitchen and that you probably eat on a regular basis. Starchy foods aren't terrible for you, but we are going to show you some alternatives that may be better for you that you can use instead that will slash your calories, slash the carbs, fill you up with more vitamins and nutrients that your body likes and needs.
The first one we'd like to discuss is not always bad for you. There is a time for this food, and that food is white rice. So, per 100 grams, there's approximately 130 calories and 28 grams of carbs. The glycemic index and glycemic load is really high on white rice.
Yes, white rice is one of the most common simple carbohydrates, that simple sugars, simple starches, easily broken down in the body because it is such a simple sugar. It's just digested really fast. It will not provide you with long sustained energy, so maybe not a great food choice for you. There's a time and a place for eating simple sugars, and it's not around the clock all the time. So a good alternative for that is something like a quinoa, which is high in protein, has good complex carbohydrates, it has a full profile of the amino acids. It's just a really, really great replacement for the rice, so quinoa is a good choice. A cup of quinoa has about 120 calories, 21 grams of carbs, and it also has a lot of protein in it as well. So it's a great alternative to the rice that you might be eating on a daily basis.
The next one on our list is for all of my PB&J lovers like myself, and that is sliced bread. So sliced bread is not filling. It's not very filling, so whenever you eat that PB&J, it might not be satisfying. It's very processed and it's a simple carb. So like Christina said, with white rice, it's digested quickly. So there are great alternatives to that Wonder Bread.
Yeah, Wonder Bread is just not a good thing to have in your kitchen really at any time because it's so processed. Your body just doesn't like that kind of stuff. So a good alternative for that would be a sprouted grain bread. If you are going to eat bread and you really like bread, just go for the healthier alternative and you can still eat your bread. So a sprouted grain bread that's made with the sprouted grains and the seeds, a lot better alternative. Something like the Ezekiel bread is a great alternative to the Wonder Bread and the sliced bread that's traditionally found at the grocery store. You could do the Ezekiel bread, which is found in the frozen section usually of like the healthy food aisles in your grocery store. So it has a lot more complex carbohydrates, which will keep you fuller for longer and give you that sustained energy. Really just a better choice of energy and a better choice for your bread. So do the sprouted grain if you're going to do bread at all.
And it's yummy.
Yeah, it is good.
It is pretty good. The next one on our list is white pasta. So white pasta has lots of gluten and wheat in it, and it's, again, pretty processed, and it's a simple carb, again, so it's fast digesting.
Yeah. Probably not the best thing to have in your kitchen again. So the pasta is not good. Even if you really get like the whole wheat pasta, a lot of time it's just like the enriched wheat, and that is still highly processed, and it doesn't really make a huge difference from the other pasta that you might be getting, and so maybe not the best idea. If you're going to go for a pasta and you don't want to use one of our veggie alternatives like the zucchini noodles and the spaghetti squash or things like that, then you could do a black bean, a quinoa, or a brown rice pasta. Those are better alternatives. I will say that you do need to read the label on these kind of pastas because sometimes they will just use like a little bit of black beans and then the rest will be made with a wheat, and so it won't actually be any better for you than any of the other pastas that you're eating. Sometimes if you go to the store, it will say veggie pasta, and it'll be the same kind of wheat pasta you were eating before with a little bit of veggie powder, vegetable powder, which will give it the color and make it look like you're eating vegetables, but you're really not. So read the labels, because if you're getting a brown rice pasta or a quinoa pasta, those should be made out of brown rice flour or a quinoa flour or the black beans flour as well. So it should be made from those ingredients primarily. Like there shouldn't really be any other ingredients in it. So make sure that you're reading those labels to make sure that you're getting the good kinds of pasta. So you can still eat your pasta. Those are good alternatives. The black bean, quinoa, and brown rice. They're slower digesting carbohydrates, not quite as processed, and they're going to be a little bit higher in fiber and nutrients for you. So try those ones out instead.
Next on our list are those crunchy crackers. Crackers are made with flour, so it contains lots of gluten. There's lots of salt in them, and they're also high in calories. So
They are very high in calories
Not
and they're
good.
just not that great for you, unfortunately. So if you're looking for something to replace those crackers that's not quite as high in calories and high in salts and processed ingredients, you could try something like the rice cakes. The Quaker rice cakes or like Lundberg rice cakes, they're about this big and they're very crunchy, which is really, really good if you're looking for something like crackers. The thing about the rice cakes is, again, like everything else out there, read the label because sometimes they are highly processed and contain a ton of sugar. If you get like the Lundberg, I think they're called, rice cakes, they are made usually with brown rice. They're usually gluten-free. They have like 30 to 50 calories, really, really lightly salted and pretty much like no sugar. So look for those if you're at the grocery store, and those are great alternatives to crackers if you're looking for a little bit of crunch to add to your meal. And they do have a good amount of carbs that are going to get you through the day. So try out the rice cakes if you're looking for a snack that's an alternative to crackers. You might enjoy those.
Last but certainly not least are those popular chips. So things like potato chips, for instance. 1 ounce of those, or about 15 of them, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
15 potato chips equals 150 calories, 10 grams of fat, and 15 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
So, so you don't get very many, and they're pretty bad for you. They're often fried, and there's lots of oils and preservatives, and unfortunately, they're very highly processed.
Yeah. Potato chips just aren't a very good option. Any kind of chips, really not a very good option. Alternatives to that, if you're looking for a little bit lighter snack, that I think the thing that a lot of people like about chips is that they're really easy to just grab and snack on. So if you're looking for a snack like that, then popcorn would be a better alternative because 1 cup of popcorn is only 30 calories, 6 grams of carbs, no fat if you're not adding any oils and things like that. So a better alternative to chips if you're just looking for something to kind of munch on. They're a lot lighter in calories. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more filling and it's just going to help you feel satiated and get you through the afternoon, then other things that are crunchy are things like your almonds, which will give you a lot of energy and help to get you through the afternoon. Or you could do something crunchy like sliced cucumbers are really good, sliced celery, and just different snacks like that, bell pepper. Those kind of things are good to snack on. Of course, they're all natural, they're low in calories. Those will be a good alternative to chips as well, and it will save you a ton of calories.
It sure will.
Another thing that you can do is making your own chips, and you can just thinly slice vegetables and put some olive oil or coconut oil on them and stick them in the oven and roast at about 400 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes, and you'll have nice crunchy crispy chips. So I've made those a lot. They're on our blog, so you can check those out as well, but those are good alternatives to chips.
Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys, with our healthy alternatives. We really hope that you give them a shot because I think you'll like them.
Yeah, slash those calories and still enjoy the things that you love. So give them a shot and let us know how you like them. We will see you guys tomorrow for Fit Tip Friday. See you then. Bye.